Hey man, it's the one and only DJ Chase, the host of the Pregame Party Miss podcast right here on DJ Chase Radio and 10 mobile apps, man. Going for more, man. That YouTube, DJ Chase TV, man. But we got the one, the only Atlanta R&B legend, man. He's a singer, songwriter. You know him. Some of you know him, some of you don't, man. But some of you probably more know him. My guy K-Major in the building. What's going on, brother?
It's good.
Ain't chilling, man. What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you working, man. I know you stay busy, bro. You always, every time I'm on your Instagram, you always in the studio.
Always into something, doing something.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, I want to get into a little bit of your background because, like I said, we see the videos, we see all of the, the jewelry, the studio sessions, but, you have a really unique background. You know what I'm saying? You got your first deal at 15. So I kind of want to really, hone in on that. What part of Atlanta are you from? I mean, Florida, Georgia, you from? Excuse me.
I'm from Cartersville, Georgia. It's like 45 minutes north of Atlanta.
Okay, copy.
It's like right here. It's considered Metro Atlanta.
Metro Atlanta, copy, man. And how was it for you? Like Atlanta has changed. I'm always down there. I love it down there. How has Atlanta changed for you?
Man, it changed every 2 years. It's always different things going on, different businesses starting. A lot of Black-owned businesses and independent businesses, clothing lines, creators, designers. It's all it's like a melting pot for creativity. So it's always growing. Always growing and spreading. A lot of clubs here, they change their name every 2 years. You think it's
Yeah.
like,
for sure.
Yeah, so it's definitely a good city for any creator.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. I was just down there for A3C last year. I loved it. It was amazing. I loved it so much. Yeah. What made you start working on music? Because I couldn't really find what made you say, you know what, I want to be an artist. You could have been a basketball player, a baseball player, an architect, a pilot, but what made you want to do music?
Yeah, in my hometown and in my city, my family is known for sports, playing sports. And only a couple of ways out of the city, to get out of the city. You either play sports and make it big playing sports, or, you go to school, go to the military. It was really no music scene in my city. So, my dad, he was in the Air Force, but on the side, he booked shows for artists and comedians like Bernie Mac and, different choirs and bands around the world. Wherever he was, that was a side hustle. My mom, she took piano lessons when she was growing up and could play music by ear, and she would sing with my dad, karaoke.
Yeah.
People would have them come out and sing for him. Oh, we booked tonight to go sing this song at this event. I always just seen entertainment around, and being in a Black family, of course, family reunion, Christmas time, holidays, you just hearing all this music and classics, Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, Lionel Richie. So, going through that, you just adapt to it. It naturally just comes to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, man. And let me ask this question: were you classically trained to write music like that, or you just was you know what? Right?
Nah, I was a rapper first. Just you in school, you freestyling with your friends, and people would be like, "Yo, you got talent. You really sound good. Your voice sound good. The way you put your words together sound good." So I started just taking it more serious. Maybe every 2-3 months, I would just stay at it. I didn't know why. I was kind of addicted to it.
Yeah.
Addiction. So it just followed me and stayed with me.
For sure, man. And you got your first record deal at 15. How was that experience? Because it was an independent label from what I'm looking at. How was that experience?
Man, I was working at McDonald's, right? And I was getting off work at the time. It was maybe 5:00 in the evening. It was an artist named DG Yola. I don't know if you're familiar with Yola. He had a record called I Ain't Gonna Let Up in Atlanta at the time. It just came out. It was heating up. They were on their way to a show in Chattanooga, which is maybe 45 minutes, 50 minutes north of Cartersville in Tennessee.
Yeah.
They stopped at that McDonald's to get some food and use the bathroom. I'm getting off work. I noticed the manager got a big chain on, kind of like this one back then. And I'm like, yo, I didn't walk up to Yola. I knew who Yola was, but my instinct said, don't walk up to him. Walk up to the big guy with the black t-shirt with the jewelry on. I walked up to him and I was like, yo, what you do? He was like, oh, I'm a manager. I'm like, well, I'm an artist and this is my city and I'm the biggest artist in my city. You need to listen to my stuff. And he was just like, yo, who is this kid?
Yeah.
He was like, yo, come on, I'm gonna listen to your stuff right now. I was like, all right, come to my car. It's right here. Got to the car, played him maybe 15 songs. He gave me a business card. That weekend, my parents met with him. We went to Atlanta, met with him. And I signed to that management group. They had Fat Boy and Shawty Red.
I saw that. Yeah. Shawty Red's I love Shawty Red. Yeah.
was all the same management. So that's when it kind of just became more of a professional thing for me.
Copy. So you've been at it for a minute, man. I knew you. I don't know how true this is, but you say that you went to the Atlanta Art Institute.
Yeah.
What? So what made you? Because you already had the deal. So what made you want to go to the Atlanta Art Institute?
Yeah, I mean, when I was with that management, I was in that deal maybe 2 years. I was still in high school, dropping music independently after that, and I didn't have management after that. So, I took what I learned from that situation and was kind of hustling on my own, selling CDs, growing my fan base. And I just wanted to, I wanted to go to school. Like, I wanted to get out of my city, but I didn't want to go to school for something I didn't want to study.
Gotcha.
So my parents encouraged me to look for schools that maybe offered a music program. You know what I'm saying, or something creative like that, and I found Art Institute of Atlanta, so I enrolled.
Yeah, for sure, man. And then your original name was K Swag, and then you changed it to K-Major. You probably ain't heard that in a while. But is your favorite? I was reading it. It says it's your favorite. Your octave. You know what I'm saying? You named that your favorite octave. So let's fan out a little bit because I'm a producer, as you see. Oh, yeah. So yeah. So what's your favorite? Because you a songwriter, producer, everything. What's your favorite? What should I say? We're going with what's your favorite software right now? What you working with?
Well, I'm in FL Studio for production, mostly FL Studio, and then
vocal. What you doing for vocals?
Yeah, recording and vocals. I'm in Pro Tools. And I'm engineering, mixing and mastering all my own music. So it's
copy.
to the mixing and mastering, I'm doing everything.
Copy, man. I love it, man. And do you like being in the studio better? Or you like performing better?
I like performing better.
Performing?
I'm a studio rat right now. Like I'm always
the reason I'm asking is because like I follow your gram crazy, so I'm like looking like you're always. I thought I was bad. You always in the studio, like.
Always in the studio. I'm just a creative being. Like I've been doing it since I was 11 years old. So it was a point maybe like 5 years ago where I realized I can't stop. I was like, dang, like if I go 2 days without the studio, I'm kind of like
can't function.
I'm not having the right conversations. So it's like, I'm always in the studio, but I'm just a perfectionist, and it's the same way on stage. Like I try to work on my show as much as possible, to just perfect.
Yeah. And how do you feel about the Atlanta music scene right now? Because you got a lot of implants. I know all my people from New York is down there trying to gobble everything up, man. How do you feel about the Atlanta music scene now? Like how you like it better back then, or you like it like now?
I like it better back then. I would say now it's definitely a lot more creatives. There's a lot more people doing music in the city, and it's a lot of great music in the city that's not even being heard yet. But it's a lack of learning the business, in the city. Or more than ever, and I feel like we just need to increase that and put a magnifying glass on the business of music in the city.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get into that because you've been in this game a while. You have you wrote some smash records, you know what I'm saying? And as far as like the publishing deals and as far as like the record deals, you had the Capitol deal, you had the Cobalt deal, So what do you like being just independent and say, you know what, I like my administration deal? Because I'm a publisher, I know publishing like the back of my hand. So you like admin deals, or what kind of deal do you prefer? Like, because I know you fully independent now. You got 3MG Entertainment. So what do you like better?
It took time, when I was coming in the game, no credits, nothing, just hunger. I did co-pub deals, to get the money I needed to, get my lifestyle right, get my living situation right. And then that motivated me and put pressure on my music. Like I gotta make something happen now because I owe this label this money. Like, I gotta make something happen. But as I progressed in my career, I'm a big fan of admin deals. I've kind of learned how to place my own records and move around and network more, and I've got more notoriety, so it makes it a little easier to move around and sustain my relationships around the industry. So doing that now, admin deal, I just need somebody to go collect the bag for me.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, because my show is really, I have so many independent artists that, I'm the big independent DJ in New York. So a lot of cats come to me for, people like you, different label owners and stuff like that. So I try to always give them the information so they could just maneuver, you know what I'm saying?
I sign producers. I own my independent company, 3MG Entertainment, and I sign producers to the company. And do for co-pub, of course, and then I always teach them admin while they're signed though.
Yeah, same here. I do the admin too. Like, I do a little bit of the same thing. And one of the big records I was reading, you produced the Moses with French Montana.
I co-produced,
That's fire, bro. That's fire. Like, how did that come about? Like, what was the process? You say, you know what, you knew somebody, you knew an A&R, you knew a label rep, and then you just got the placement.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. It's a couple things in the production field. One, DJ Spins, the producer, that's my best friend. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. Well, tell him thank you for the 808.
I'm telling him he need to interview more and tell people. Like,
listen. If you get him on my show, I would love that. I would definitely interview. Like Spins is the 808 Spins. I owe him some money. So
he definitely would love that.
Yeah, for sure.
Another thing is Metro Boomin. I just found out this 2 months ago. Metro Boomin is my first cousin.
Oh yeah, you know it's crazy. You actually look alike.
That's crazy. I've been getting that for a long
time. Yeah, I do look alike. Yeah.
Bandana back in the day, it was like, Metro. I'm like,
I do look alike. Yeah.
Definitely. That's how that Moses record came about. It was it's crazy. Mm-hmm. We were there at Spin's house. It was the first day I met Southside from 808 Mafia. Spin was like, yo, Southside's coming over. I'm like, oh, they start cooking up immediately when they get there. The first beat that they do is Commas for Future. Like, that's the first beat. They made the beat there. Spins tapped me like, yo, do you hear anything to this? I'm trying to sing melodies to the Commas beat. At the time, I can't come up with nothing. So he like kind of, took that beat, move on to the next one, starting from scratch. And Spins hit me. He like, man, you start this one. You start this beat. This is like literally the next beat after Commas. So I start this, I start the Moses, the sounds, the voices and all that.
It's funny because I could tell by your voice now that I'm like talking to you, it definitely, I can hear you singing it. It's crazy. Like, yeah, I definitely sound like you. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, we going through the process. Spins added what he added. Southside came and added what he added. It was a full beat. Maybe like a month and a half later, Southside calls me and he like, yo, Travis Scott and Chris Brown just did this record called Moses. It leaked on the internet with Travis Scott and Chris Brown.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
It leaked with Travis Scott on there. They had performed it live. And then it came down off the internet. And then it re-released with French Montana, Chris Brown, and Amigos. And from there, it was a wrap.
Crazy, man. So let me ask you this question. I like I said, I want to give a little game to the artist. So say you have a placement. Say I'm a producer. Say I signed to you. Or you say, you know what? I got you this placement. How does it work? You got to just split it? Or you just say, you know what, here's the upfront fee, and then you just keep that?
It works a couple different ways, on a co-pub, and so it depends on the deal you got with the producer. With my producers, if I get them the placement, we split the advance. You know what I'm saying? If they get the placement on their own, they keep their own advance. They can do their own business just as long as I'm registered and can collect off of it.
Yeah.
In different ways, like when you grow relationships with these producers, especially these young producers, and me having my own success, it's easier for me to like waive the advance sometime as long as they recouped, or I give them an option. Do you want to put this towards recoupment, or you need this in your pocket right now? Like,
for sure.
I kind of just do things in my deal that's kind of unorthodox, because I remember when I was coming in my first deals how I would have wanted it. So I break the rules a little bit here and there too.
Same here. It's facts. And I want to get into some of your music as well too, because I want to talk about the Young Pimpin' record, some classic K-Major. You know what I'm saying? I like the old stuff. So with me, I like the original stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you writing a record, do you come up with the melodies first, or you come up with the concept first?
I'm a melody person first. It's been times where I've come in the studio and really had or known what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
But when it goes to actually creating the songs, it's melody for me. I just always melody driven first.
Copy, man. And in the Young Pimpin' record with TK and Cash, man, and the reason I brought that up is because you write really, really dope records. Like some people because I'm a producer, and I try to surround myself with the best songwriters. New York is known for the rap, but not as far as songs. So all these plaques, I kind of surround myself with songwriters. What's your favorite song that you've actually written? What's your favorite song?
My favorite song that I've written would be Category 5. I remember when I did Category 5, it was actually with Spins. We were leaving a brunch spot. He was like, man, we got to do something just like, if we're going to do the R&B, like we got to do something that's just deep, like sexy, but still move. And
yeah,
like, bro, this is before Bryson Tiller with the Trap Soul. I'm like, bro, we need to do some R&B, but you need to trap it out with the Spins drums. Like, so we actually did it. We went right home and got to it. And I remember I was writing, and it was just a moment where I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of what to say. I had the melodies, I had the beat, everything was perfect. I knew it was going to be a hit record. And I was like, what should I say? And I remember I just said Category 5. Like,
yeah.
I didn't want to say wet. I didn't want to say nothing cliche. I just said category 5. And it was so complex, but when Spence heard it, his eyes lit up, and it was like, that was one of my favorite writing moments.
Yeah, because you're talking about the hurricane, so you like, yeah, that's what you're saying, the wet and everything like that. Yeah, for sure. And you know, you've already done tons of records, man. What's your dream collaboration? If you had to say my dream collaboration, what would it be?
I think that it's Drake. Yeah, I really know that it's Drake. I feel like once we get in the studio, we're gonna lock in for months.
Nah, Drake, you would kill a Drake record, bro. Like for sure. Like that's not even not even you know what I'm saying, because the album you got, Your Love Is Here, the new album for this year is fire. You know what I'm saying? It's 8 tracks of just pure fire. And now how did the Jacquess connection happen? How did that? Because you guys is like yin and yang on there, you know what I'm saying? You guys are really on it.
Nah, for real. With Jacquess, we've been working since he was like 15, 16 years old, back in 2010 or 11. He might have been a little older than that. I always say 15, 16. He was just so young to me. Mm-hmm. And he had a cousin named Issa that had a record deal then, had records out, and I met him through Darnell Robinson, a mutual friend. But through all those relationships, I meet Jacquess, and he's just hungry. R&B guy, and it was a time in my career where I was writing a lot of dope R&B, but I was a rapper. So I wasn't putting out those records, and instantly when me and Jacquess locked in, his hunger and hustle and voice with the music, and me writing and coming in on the writing end, our collaborations just became something that people loved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all guys is killing it. Like, especially if you're gonna do a full project together or no?
Most definitely. I feel like that's definitely gonna come. That's easier for us. I think the biggest thing for us right now is just getting where we need to get to individually. You know, he's still very young in his career. I'm very young in my career. And since it's so organic and not forced, you know, we do come together like these collaborations. We'll put you on, and we have another underneath that Ain't Your Girl. We'll come together in the midst of what we're both doing and say, hey, we need to drop something right now. But as far as project wise, it has to make sense for both of us to drop it. And I feel like that's more on, I'm known more in my career as a producer songwriter right now. He's known more of the artist. So, you know, I got to put up more on the artist side. I'm looking to put out more records, tour more, put out more visuals to kind of align on that platform. And then when we put out a project, it's going to have that impact that we needed to have.
Nah, for sure, man. Like I said, I'm a music head, and I know music, and you guys are right. You like what you are in your writing bag right now. Like, you know how people say they in a peak, like you got the peak right there. You know what I'm saying? So, because I'm even right now, I was just sitting here bumping the second song. I'm trying to think what the second song is. Hold on one second. Let me find it real quick. I was just playing the hell out of it. Is the second song on the album.
What time?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. What time? Yeah, that's my joint. You got to do a video for that. You got to definitely like. Yeah, you gotta do it as a DJ. Just, you know, that's a go record right there. That's definitely for the cookouts and you know what I'm saying. That, you know, how do you get those records that just stay timeless? That's definitely a timeless record. Yeah, for sure. And who's your favorite artist out of Atlanta right now besides yourself?
Future.
Got you.
Yeah. And it might be a little biased. He was my favorite artist before I met him, but now I didn't work with him a lot and really, you know, got to experience his personality as a human being, and it's just still dope. You know, it's still dope. He always loved and supported me. He didn't know me at all, and involved me in his career. You know, the peak in his career. So it's always love. I just like I like his creativity, and he's a trendsetter. You know.
Copy, man. For sure, man. I'm just so intrigued by your story. So it's you know, it's rare that I actually speak to other producers and songwriters and stuff like that. So, you know, and then I was gonna say the new album. You got a tour coming up for it or no?
Yeah, I haven't announced the tour for it yet. I've been getting a lot of bookings. I've been getting a lot of bookings and spot dates that are coming in. I've been getting a lot of contracts that we start and then we have to cancel. So it's like I'm just filling out the artist space more. It's still things that I've done my whole career, but it's still new to me as an artist right now. So, but I am seeing a tour formulate based on how the cities are coming in and how everything's aligning. So I feel like when I get like a set, maybe 8 or 10 shows back to back that I feel like kind of makes sense, I'm gonna announce the tour for sure.
Definitely, man. Before we get out of here, I got 2 more questions, man. I ain't gonna keep you too long. You know, I'm just trying to pick your brain because you have such a unique story. Because a lot of cats I meet from Atlanta, they either trapping or they doing something. You get what I mean? So it's like meeting somebody who really was in the music business and seeing it from, you know, the early 2000s, the mid 2000s, 2010s to now is like really dope. You know, and then I was gonna say, with the, I know you work with Young Thug and everything like that. I know you know the guys, Gun and all them guys. How do you feel about that situation? Unfortunately,
man, like them some good guys. I don't really know them too personally to really speak specifically on the situation, but just from my point of view right now, it's a messed up situation, man. You got people who really feeding the community and doing good in the community. I don't really know about the gang stuff and all that affiliation and all that stuff, but just like I said, from my point of view right now, you got young black people from the streets of Atlanta who are doing things that people from this city would never do, and they coming back and providing opportunities for people like them and people that's not like them. Like, so it's like every time we get people like that in any community, especially black young men, it's always stopped by something like this. You know what I'm saying? And, we not always right in those situations, but I feel like in this it's kind of like racism involved and, the climate of the world. So definitely free them boys so they can continue with,
For sure. Yeah, because when I went to Atlanta the first time, I was hooked. I was like, I got to move down here. Like, this was about 2019, and I was there for maybe one day, and I already had my record played. Ashley LaRue played my record in Magic City, and then I met P. Brown, and I'm just like, yo, this is like, it's quick, like, you know what I'm saying? So I love Atlanta, man. And then what is one thing that you say, that you wish you would have done differently in your career?
I wish that I would have just believed more in myself all around. It was times in my career where I gave up one thing to focus more on the other thing, which, I mean, it kind of worked, it worked out. But then again, I always kind of just look back like, man, I should have just, like, it was a point in my career where I stopped rapping in a hole and I was just a singer, or I was, just a rapper and not a singer, or just made beats. Like, I wish I would have thought earlier to do it all. Just do it all. Follow your gift, follow the calling and just go with it.
Yeah, for sure, man. And the last but not least question, man, if you have any advice to any artist out there, any producer, man, if we're going to go with producers, any producer or songwriter, what's one piece of advice that you would give them to get into the music, to get them through the music business, excuse me?
Yeah, before you, when you make all these beats and great ideas, like I said in the beginning, make sure you learn the business. I meet so many producers who are incredible, who we collaborate with, but when it's time to get them paid and time to get the music,
they don't even got the ASCAP set up. Yeah,
it's an argument. They want $500. You might give them 3 bands. They like, oh, if you can get me 3 bands, I want 10 bands now. Like, I'm the biggest producer in the world. Like, not yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, learn the business, learn how to network. Just don't send loops and think, oh, I'm gonna get a placement. Like, focus on your business.
Copy, man. And I'm sorry, I gotta ask this one more question, man. For your producers, what do you look for in signing a producer?
Yeah, I got my newest producer. I ain't spoke about him a lot in this interview. I need some more. Buggy Beats. He executive produced the whole project, by the way. Like, produced every record but one. I produced one record. But what time he produced on it? He produced Jacquess' record. He produced. I look for an all-around producer. It's like an interview when you come sit down with me. When Buggy came and sat down, the first thing we did for like an hour was like, okay, Drake just hit me and him and Justin Bieber in the studio and they need a record at 100 BPMs. Play it for me. Like, I would just give them calls like that and see where his mind was at first. See what he went to, see if he knew his tempos. Seeing if he knew feels, like what he thought Justin Bieber sound like on, what he think Drake sounds good on. Like, I'm just getting his mindset and seeing how many genres we can attack. I said, a country singer needs a ballad. Play me that. Like, I would just go through it and throw it at him. So I looked for that. And he also had, an idea of how the business worked. He didn't really know everything, but he definitely asked questions and wasn't scared to learn. So I always look for that. Not just, I'm a good producer, I make hard beats, listen to my beats. Like, that doesn't work all the time.
Copy, man. My guy K-Major, man. It was such a pleasure, man. This was a really dope interview. I'm gonna blast this out crazy, man. People gonna really love this. Man, I know you don't need it, but shout your social medias, everything. Where can they find you, man?
And find me at K-Major Music, KMAJOR Music, at K-Major Music on all platforms. EP out now on iTunes, Spotify, and all that. Every digital platform. New single out, Put You On, featuring Jacquess. Let's go,
man. Let's get it. The legendary man, my guy K-Major. Atlanta's in the building, man. It's the DJ Chase, the pregame Party Miss podcast right here on DJ Chase Radio on 10 mobile apps and more. DJChase.net. Get that DJ Chase merch. Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, and YouTube DJ Chase TV. Yeah.
DJ Chase TV. It's It's official. Come on. Locked in with DJ Chase on the Pregame Party Mix Podcast.
Baby.